This video is sponsored by AG1 by Athletic Greens. More on them later in the video.
What is up, Flipsters? We've got another project for you, and this one, it's groovy, baby.
That's right, all you mamas and papas out there are gonna wanna stick around to the end because we are turning this 1960s blast from the past into a modern luxury home in the heart of Austin. You will not believe how it turns out.
Stick around. Hey Flipsters, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Lincoln, and we are happily married.
But not to each other.
We're old friends from college, and we're flipping houses in the Austin, Texas area.
And we're taking you along for the ride.
Already loving the neighborhood. Allendale is red hot.
Super hot. I'm excited about this one. Yeah, so Allendale's just north of downtown. It's in a great location, great older homes with lots of character.
All right, let's talk about the numbers on this project. Purchase price for the house is $756,000. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,226 square foot house built in 1963.
You can't quite call this a Juliet balcony. This is somewhere in between a full and a Juliet. What do you think?
It's a little petite.
I'm getting sort of like Mexican food restaurant vibes from the balcony beams, you know? Like
yeah, I see it.
Western vibe.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. You know, it's got some curb appeal going already, and I think there's some improvements to be made, particularly in the color scheme.
You know I always comment on the foliage. We got crepe myrtles, we got rose bushes out front. You know I love me some foliage.
And you know what? I don't even care what's in this yard. This yard is in Allendale, and Allendale's hot. Let's get inside. Whoa, can't open the door too far.
Gosh, we got a crowded entry here. You're welcomed immediately by stairs.
Welcome to the 1960s.
Groovy, baby.
So immediately walking in this house, I'm transported back to the 1960s.
It's giving me massive Brady Bunch vibes. Let's get into it, yeah? We are in the, where would you say we are right now? What room is this?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say decade. We're in the 60s, Lincoln. I would say this is the living room.
Potentially, I like your optimism. Everything in it is still 60s, very original. But the floors, they took the time to redo the floors.
And they're not bad.
I guess to try and sell the house, they thought we gotta update the floors, nothing else. Yeah, so they replaced just the floors downstairs. My best detective work is that maybe this was like some form of shag carpeting previously, because otherwise this flooring does not match the rest of the character of the house. So right off of your living room, you've got this gem.
This is cool. This is groovy. I kind of like this. Check out this countertop. Oh, this is pretty cool. I think we leave this as is.
It's pretty specific. I like it.
It's a vibe.
Ooh, look, you got a see-through cabinet. Look at that.
Pretty cool.
Feeling groovy. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm guessing breakfast nook and kitchen.
Some groovy wallpaper.
This is groovy, baby.
They took the time and the money and the cost and expense to wallpaper behind the fridge.
Let's add attention to detail that will go completely unnoticed.
I mean,
once there's a fridge right here.
I was gonna say, usually that's just where all the dust bunnies hide, all the food splatter, whatnot, but this is like a very nice fridge nook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Bring back samples.
Oh,
here we go.
A sample.
They kept this from the 1960s. This was just in their cabinet for the last 60 years.
I'm not sure what's
happening. This is the 1960s. Yeah, so I was right. It's 60 years ago. 1963, 2023. That's 60.
That's fast math. Can I tell you what I hate about this kitchen?
Please.
Everything. Literally everything about this kitchen. It's not just this old countertops or whatever. It's that we're tucked back here at the back of the house. It's just a strange location for your kitchen.
Yeah, it's definitely from a different era.
I mean, I can see why they invented those microwave dinners, you know? It's just like, you don't want to spend any time back here.
Speaking of though, there's no microwave.
What's that thing?
This is an oven, Joey. Have you seen an oven? So it's like a microwave that goes slower. Okay, what is this room?
Great question. Any thoughts?
So I guess, was this a dining room? This would be a suite, like lounge, bar, parlor.
I don't even know, because look, you can close the door and then it's, what, an office, a dining,
room. It's a room. Moving on to this room. What is this room?
Well, this is why I asked you about the other room, because if that's your living room, what is this?
Your formal living room?
Yeah, so this is a very bizarre layout. You've got equal-sized sort of dueling living rooms split by the staircase down the middle, and then off the back of one of your living areas is just like a little nook. It doesn't actually close off. It's very confusing as to what you do with these spaces. It's a very specific fan you've got here.
Pretty aggressive.
It doesn't really disperse the air so much as it does straight in a column right here. So if you want to be cool, this is your spot right here. Okay, you start heating up, you're gonna wanna be here.
From your formal living, you do have the capacity to close up.
You know what, I wish these were saloon doors. You know, my grandparents' house had the saloon doors, very 1960s. And look, we've come full circle. We're back to the foyer. Let's pop our heads outside really quickly because there is a little bonus in the backyard.
This feels like a fresh slab out here. Oh, what is this? A little cute thing.
A little bonus space.
This thing's awesome.
Can I interest you in your very own she shed?
This is the perfect work from home solution.
Yeah, it's a sweet little bonus space back here. A little oddly configured. You've got a window unit in here, so the HVAC doesn't connect from the main house. We're gonna have to maybe upgrade this, but it's still probably a wall unit in here, but I don't think you need anything fancy out here. Look, I think this could be yoga studio, a little exercise room, a little office space, art studio.
I think it's awesome, a little guest room. Now it does have a plug for a dryer, which is kind of strange.
That is strange. Let's check out the upstairs.
Let's do it. Okay.
So top of the stairs, you got options.
Where to go first, man?
Well, you got these bedrooms off the front of the house. They have the balcony to the front, but you can't access it unless you climb out your window, which...
It's not really a real balcony though.
It's really not. The story continues here, although here we've got shelving. This is an interesting choice. I'm thinking craft room. What was this? What happened here?
Definitely some quilting. For sure quilting.
That makes sense. Finally, you've got your third bedroom upstairs.
Again, huge.
Now, a bit of a problem is that all three of these bedrooms we just showed share one single bathroom. All right, and here is your upstairs groovy bathroom. Look at this. Wow.
Good news is it's pretty large, but you're sharing it with 3 bedrooms, and it's got a weird entry point.
It's not the most optimized space.
Definitely not.
Oh my gosh, it is hot in here.
It is so hot. What is this thing?
Look, we've got this like coiled heater thing. Wow.
That is original.
120 volts. Good Lord. Man, these old school heaters are crazy. It's just like a coil that gets real hot. My grandparents in their bathroom had like a furnace stove that had an open flame to just heat the bathroom. It's just like playing fast and loose with heating elements back in the day. Okay, let's go see the primary suite.
Okay, about the same size as all the other bedrooms.
It's a little small for a house that we're gonna have to sell at this price point.
They got his and hers, kind of cute. You do have an ensuite here, which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty tight to be your primary ensuite bathroom. Come on in, the water's fine.
Whoa.
Nice big shower. Look, they got the faucet handles backwards. Look at that, that's weird.
They've lived like that for 60 years.
Yeah.
On the positive, you've got a lot of space to work with. Negative is some of the layouts need a little adjusting.
And for a house at this price point, in this neighborhood, I don't think we can get away with this primary suite. We gotta figure out how we can make this work, because right now, it doesn't.
All right, let's get to the drawing board.
All right, I can already tell this project is gonna be a lot of work. We need something to help get us through it. That's why this portion of the video is brought to you by AG1 by Athletic Greens. Okay, so quick background on AG1. It's a comprehensive daily nutrition made powerfully simple. It's made up of 75 high-quality whole food source ingredients, and that includes vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. It's all carefully curated to nourish all the body systems holistically. I'm not a big coffee drinker, and I was drinking multiple sodas throughout the day to sort of sustain the energy level, and it's just not healthy. I found that this was like an amazing alternative to help sustain the energy throughout the day. Have this first thing in the morning, and then you've really got kind of like a boost to help support you throughout the day. And especially at the end of the day, which is when I work out, I love still feeling full of energy to go tackle a workout. AG1 solved 2 of the most important health needs: the nutrients your body needs each day and the foundation for long-term gut health. Together, they fuel whole body health, impacting everything from sleep, digestion, energy, mood, immunity, to the health of your hair, skin, and nails. Shake it up like this, then boom, that's all there is to it. Here we go. So it's got a good taste. It's kind of zesty and perks you up a little bit. It's definitely not what I was expecting. It doesn't taste like a glass full of veggies, Like, it's zesty, it's good. I'm actually traveling for the next 3 weekends, and they sent me their travel packs, which is amazing because that's why I found one of the hardest times to incorporate your healthy habits is when you're outside of your normal environment, when you're on the go. That's what's awesome about the travel packs. So go check out athleticgreens.com/AustinFlipsters to get started on your first purchase and receive a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. Thanks for AG1 by Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video.
Okay, so working on the design plan for the Groovy house. Now, part of the design plan is gonna be some pretty major layout changes. Right now, there's plenty of space, but it's just not configured in the way that we want. So let me show you what we're gonna do. Right off the bat, starting right when you walk in, we're gonna have a major layout change, and that is the stairs. Right now, it is incredibly claustrophobic. You walk right into the side of the stairs, and they come out into the living room and take up a ton of valuable space. We're gonna reconfigure them so that they come straight on off that front door. It might still be a little bit tight, but I think it's gonna work a lot better. So moving on to the kitchen, this is where we're gonna see some pretty dramatic layout changes. So right now there's an HVAC unit that takes up a lot of space and kind of blocks the kitchen from the living room. We're actually going to pare that down and make it a single column. We're still gonna have to run the HVAC through there just because of the way that the house is laid out, but that will add a lot more space for a peninsula, really open up the space. In the kitchen itself, we're gonna go with some really fun mint green cabinets. I think this is gonna be really fun. We're gonna pair them with a white quartz countertop, a pretty simple white subway tile backsplash, and then black hardware. Now, moving upstairs, we're doing some pretty big layout changes up here as well. Right now we have 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. One has an ensuite bathroom. We're actually gonna cannibalize one of those bedrooms to make an enormous primary suite. We'll get rid of the his and her closets. We'll reconfigure to a nice big closet in the corner. By changing the space in this format, we can actually keep that primary bathroom where it is, which is a huge cost savings for us. We can just change the layout to where the room feels a lot bigger. That basically wraps it up for the layout changes. We are gonna be really consistent with our materials. We're gonna do those white oak engineered hardwood floors throughout the house, including in the bedrooms, which we don't normally do. It's gonna be a huge upgrade. In the bathrooms, we're gonna use slate tile in all the bathrooms on the floor, which I think is gonna have a really nice look. We'll do white cabinetry, quartz countertops, and this faux marble tile in a large format that I think is gonna look really classy and high end. Pair that with matte black hardware throughout, and I cannot wait to see how this house transforms. So I'm super excited about the plan on this one. Let's go ahead and start swinging some hammers and see if we can't bring this house out of the 60s, baby. Okay, so demo has definitely gotten started over here.
We've gone ahead and put in this massive beam. We want to be able to open up to the kitchen a little bit, but we had to first secure this load-bearing wall. I think it's gonna really open up once we can get rid of this little sidewall.
Yeah, so it's gonna come back to about here, and then this will be like a peninsula, so I think it's gonna really open up your space between the kitchen, living, dining.
Now, this was a first. There was no insulation on these exterior walls when we took down the paneling, so I'm glad that we did. So we're definitely gonna have to put some insulation there because that is not energy efficient. Yeah, so this is crazy. This is not our first house that we've found just no insulation on an exterior wall. Crazy the heating and cooling bills for this. We got to get that up to the 21st century standard. Let's go upstairs because we're opening up that primary suite, and I think that's going to add a lot of value as well.
Okay, so as you can see, we have opened up this space. This is a grand primary suite now.
We got a lot more room to play with over here. This is what's ultimately gonna be your closet, and then we're gonna expand the bathroom over here so it really feels like a suite. You're not just kind of stuffed in a corner over here. The modern buyer for a house this size is not gonna expect a full 4 bedrooms. This isn't the Brady Bunch anymore. We got plenty of living spaces downstairs, and Mama and Daddy, they want plenty of room in that primary suite.
This is gonna be fabulous. Yeah, so we've done tons of layout changes here. Let me show you how they're adding value to this property. The layout change I'm most excited about is this stairway. If you will recall, it used to come out over here, and when you walked in the front door, it was just boom, in your face. It's still a little bit in your face, but you can at least go straight up the stairs and it's not this meandering thing. Also gives you a little more free space moving into your living area.
So in the primary bedroom, we framed out for the new closet. And then over here is gonna be the primary bathroom. We're working with the existing layout of where the old bathroom was, so we don't have to move as much plumbing around. You're gonna have a nice double vanity here, toilet, and walk-in shower. I think it's gonna look nice.
Okay, so if you didn't know, we actually help subscribers like yourself go through this exact process like we're doing right here with this house.
We've actually started partnering directly with our subscriber partners to help you guys flip houses for yourselves.
If you're interested, click the link in description for more information. Okay, so we don't want to give away too much of the kitchen, but check out this new peninsula area. What do you think?
It's looking good. It opens up into the space. The kitchen, it's a little bit smaller than I would like to see in a house like this, but unfortunately it was tucked to the back of the house. We've got to work with what we got. I think it's going to work. We got to get paint on these cabinets. Floors are in, bathrooms are in. We don't want to give away too much, but we're almost there. We got to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, still got countertops, light fixtures. There's a ways to go, but we're gonna get this puppy wrapped.
Let's get to it. So you ready for the big Scooby-Doo reveal on this thing? We got to pull the mask off in 3, 2, 1.
How's she looking?
I think the coat of paint really brightens it up. We went with these like little cedarwood accents. It's kind of cute.
A little rustic, a little flair.
Yeah, and I think the gray with the white and the wood tones, really nice.
Added a little modern exterior with these pavers and black granite.
We replaced all the windows in the garage door. I think that really helps brighten it up. I think other than the color choices, the exterior is really nice to begin with.
Yeah, it had a lot of things going for it. We just freshened it up. Speaking of, let's check out the inside.
Let's do it.
Wow.
Oh man.
This thing cleaned up nice.
It's looking groovy in a good way.
Yes, from the jump, the staircase, I'm so glad that we reworked this.
Yeah, there was not a lot of room to work with because your front door is right here. I think we made the best out of the situation, giving the challenges to frame it. It works, and I think the black railing really brings it into the 21st century.
So moving on, this is gonna be probably where you spend 99% of your time. Got a combination kitchen, living, dining space.
Yeah, now there's a lot happening here. I think this is a nice little cozy sitting, relaxing area. Staging the furniture looks great, really brightens it up.
So off your living room, you do have this really nice powder room tucked in here under the stairs. I think this one turned out great. Went with a slate tile on the floor, nice clean cabinets and countertop.
Yeah, when they're tucked under the stairs like this, you don't have a whole lot of room to work with, so I think we made the most of the space.
It's definitely not as groovy as before, but it's fun and functional.
I love it.
Immediately off of here, you do have your nice open kitchen with this dining space.
Yeah, this is kind of a dining kitchen combo in one area. Now, this has been probably one of the most challenging layouts that we've ever worked with because you got a stairway right in the middle, you had a closed off kitchen to a small-ish living room. It's like, what do you make of all this? I think we did the best we possibly could. We staged it like there's a little breakfast area here. I think in reality, you could turn this into like a formal dining space and make this kind of the more formal side of the house. I think it works like this though, yeah?
Yeah, I think this is great. We went ahead and reworked this section of the kitchen, so now you do have sort of that open flow, open concept. I'm loving this kind of greeny grayish on the cabinets.
That is my favorite part of the kitchen by far, is the paint color on these cabinets. I think it looks so nice, so clean.
Went with the classic subway tile backsplash, but we went jumbo this time.
A little bigger, a little bolder. I think it works. And we did this funky sort of pot filler, ginormous faucet. It's looking good. I think it looks clean. You got a lot of space for your cooktop area, your griddle. I think the kitchen, given what we had to work with, I think this is as good a solution as you could possibly hope for. All right, let's go check out that second living area downstairs and show you guys kind of what we went with over there.
Okay, so moving from the front door again off to your right, you do have this really nice secondary living space. Could be a formal dining room.
This could be your formal dining room. This could be formal living. Now, we staged this as a larger office. I think in reality, this won't be your office. I think this back little nook would be, but this at least shows you you've got some options on what to do with it.
So by enclosing the kitchen over there, we actually were able to create this own little space, which I think is a great work from home solution.
Yeah, I actually think this is way more functional than you think. It could be home office, it could be a little workout gym, or I'd use it as a little playroom for my kids where I could just shove all those toys and slam the doors, and it's almost like I never had kids at all.
So tons of living space down here. We actually have a little bit more flex space to show you in the backyard.
All right, so let's talk about the major upgrades to that bonus space in the backyard. We added a slider, and the big upgrade was that we put in a mini split HVAC unit permanently on the wall, got rid of that unsightly window unit that really wasn't very efficient. Let's get back inside. I want to see the upstairs.
Let's check out the bedrooms. So I always like these spaces to begin with. They're nice and bright up here. Got a lot of space. We just went with new flooring, paint, new light fixture.
Yeah, one area that you can cheap out a little bit is carpeting these bedrooms. And we do it both ways, but on a higher end house, I like to do all hardwood floorings, even in these spare bedrooms.
Much nicer. So in here, same treatment, nice, light, bright. What else do you need?
All right, so let's check out the hall bathroom upstairs.
I'm so pleased with how this one turned out. I love the large format marble tile that we did for the shower surround.
Yeah, kept it very neutral, lots of blacks, lots of whites. And we had kind of a choke point here. Again, awkward layout on this house, and there weren't a whole lot of options to reframe it without basically building an all new house.
I think we worked with what we had, and I'm pleased with how it turned out. All right, let's go check out the star of the show.
Oh.
That primary suite. All right, I love this space. This puts the suite in primary suite.
Oh, I see what you did there. Wordplay, I love it.
We reconfigured the layout a bit up here, and I think it works really well. You do have these nice bright windows to the front of the house. You've got plenty of space here.
I think this is a lot more functional being an oversized primary suite rather than like a mismatched suite plus bonus area. You've already got bonus area downstairs. I think this is gonna be a kind of room that really helps the house sell.
And speaking of helping the house sell, okay, this may be my favorite closet we've done of all time.
Oh, really?
Yes, you got light from two sides, you got plenty of storage, and this isn't even the only closet. We have another closet over there.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little unorthodox having windows in your closet. It obviously eats up some of your storage space, but it does feel really nice.
Feels luxurious, I love it.
All right, let's see the crown jewel. Let's see that primary bathroom.
Okay, yeah, super pleased with how this turned out. We talked about how we put the hardwood floors in the secondary bedrooms. Well, we also brought them into the bathroom, yo.
Yes, a little bit controversial. We didn't use them into the actual toilet area, and obviously not in the shower, but it is in your little staging area. It feels super high end. You know, it's gonna be a little bit polarizing, but I think it works.
I love it personally. The shower turned out great. It's nice, spacious, beautiful with the faux marble look. Has a very high-end feel. So we went with the same materials throughout. I think that gives it a nice cohesive look. So again, you have your slate tile looking floors here in the potty area. And then otherwise you've got white cabinetry, white countertops, matte black hardware around your mirror, your light fixture, and your faucets.
Really, the shower is the driver, and I think
Separate toilet area, hello. As much as you complain about that in every house we ever do, you're not even gonna mention that?
it's a must-have. We had to work with what we had layout-wise, and yeah, who doesn't like a little privacy in the bathroom?
So I think this house turned out beautiful. This is definitely gonna be a higher end house. Not to even mention the neighborhood we're in is awesome.
That is the main selling feature. The house, you know, we're really just bringing it from the 60s to the 21st century. The area is really what's gonna sell this thing. I mean, look at your neighbors. Let's talk about the numbers on this thing and what all it took to get this bad boy completed.
All right, let's talk about the final numbers for this one. So we purchased the house for $756,000. After $130,000 in remodeling costs, that made our total investment in the property $886,000. When we bought the property, comps in the area supported a listing price of $1.2 million. However, the real estate market has really softened and is down in Austin between 10 and 20%, which is why we're planning to list the house for $1 million. After $50,000 in closing costs, that would net us a profit of $64,000. Make sure you follow us on Instagram @AustinFlipsters to keep up to date when the property sells. And if you're interested in joining our partner program, make sure you click the link in the description.
This pad was groovy, baby. It's far out.
Yep, until next time.
Peace. It's a combination of some interesting
This could be
elements.
a hot yoga.
Oh, a Bikram?
Yeah, Bikram yoga.
Translate into which language?
Excuse you. Siri getting into
Yeah, Bikram yoga studio. Put it in the listing.
I'm not talking to you, Siri.
Okay.
Thank you.